What would you consider the most important single skill for being successful at anything? Let's call it our Keystone habit. The one habit you need that will change your life the most. The one that'll give you the most success in what you do, whatever that is. First, let's understand the term Keystone. This term is used in Roman times when they're building like these archways, and they would put a single stone in the center. So where all the other stones ended up were based on the placement of that one stone. The habit that affects the quality of everything we do is attention. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So what level of attention can you give to just sitting still, to just breathing? The quality of attention and the control you have of your attention determines how much you can get done. How long you can hold your attention, how long can you hold your attention before getting distracted? Health and food also play a big part in this, but I'll never forget, before I was going to class in high school, I'd stop by McDonald's and I'd get this bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and then I'd find myself in class wondering why I couldn't concentrate or keep my eyes open. And then later, I found out, apparently something was wrong with me and I needed to take Adderall. So later in life, I realized, I just need to eat and sleep a little bit better. And eventually I got off the Adderall. And then I also later learned that through meditation and you're learning to stay focused and concentrate on one thing. And I learned to avoid the thoughts that were distracting me, and the overanalyzing, the thinking, the judging. And when you understand that, you have this primitive part of your brain that is thousands of years old of living in the forest, and it was a time where we had to stay alert at all times because we never knew when a predator was going to come approaching us. So if you get too focused on one thing at those times, a predator or a rival tribe member could sneak up on you. And so that's kind of like the balance between focus and awareness, right? So it's kind of like our visual field, right? Your thinking mind has to be aware. So concentration and keeping your attention on one thing for an extended period of time is at the core of yoga and a meditation practice, right? In your yoga classes, you're going to learn to focus, and you're going to learn to focus on one thing yourself for about 60 to 90 minutes. Yes, yoga is going to help you lose weight and possibly find a mate, but many people's lives improve from just learning how to concentrate and hold their attention on one thing for an extended period of time. This is true regardless of where you are in life, right? Or if you're a child, like in school, a university student, corporate world, sports, military, creative entrepreneur. If you want to make a change in life, we have to be able to keep our focus on one thing for an extended period of time. You need control over your mind. There's a saying these days, actually. It's like, attention is the new oil. Those who have all the attention sell all the products. So maybe we should ask ourselves, are we the creator? Are we a creator? Or are we a consumer? Love, what is love? Some say that love can be spelled T-I-M-E. It's the time and attention you can devote to someone, right? We need concentration and attention if we want to operate efficiently and effectively in society today, but we also need it to show someone how much we love them. So we're not distracted and looking at our devices or something else that's around us when we're spending this quality time. So the quality of attention is best when you have a calm, even breath. So breathing low in the belly, through the nose. I call this LSD breathing. Long, slow, and deep. The other factors that come into play when we talk about the quality of attention the quality of attention we can give those is our sleep, right? So our quality of sleep depends mostly on the quality of our breath. You cannot have a quality sleep if you have dysfunctional breathing patterns like mouth breathing, snoring, insomnia, sleep apnea. These, especially mouth breathing, disrupts this cognitive function that we have. There are studies that show that mouth breathers have decreased brain and cognitive function. So the quality of your attention is significantly worse when you've had bad sleep. Good sleep comes from healthy breathing patterns, and it takes practice. This is why our keystone habit is meditation and a smooth breath, the long, slow, and deep practice. The more we do that, the more we're gonna our body's gonna remember that slower function, the breathing into the belly, and it's gonna, you'll see it show up in the rest of your world. So let's call this our keystone practice, also known as a samurai breath, LSD breath. It's related to the Buteyko method. So you learn to take your attention out of your thinking mind, out of analyzing, out of judging, and you put it onto your breath. Start breathing a lot lighter, a lot softer. So we learn to LSD breath, right? So in the belly, through the nose. And this will significantly change your life the more you practice this. Not to mention, studies show that only 12 minutes a day of meditation is going to increase levels of focus, awareness, productivity, as well as creativity. When you learn to breathe slower and softer, you also increase CO2. And as CO2 increases in the blood, it helps to dilate blood flow to the brain. I know it sounds backwards, but it's true. The slower you breathe, the more oxygen your body releases into the tissues of your body. So this increased oxygen delivery to the brain, also known as Bohr effect, right? So if you want to look that up, this will give you like a calmer response to your autonomic nervous system, right? So when we're learning to breathe less, we're chilling out our nervous system, right? So when body and mind is in a state of balance, it's easier to stay focused on one thing, to concentrate. So there's also what's known as heart-brain coherence. So you get into more of a heart-brain coherence. If you can breathe, they really say it's about 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, through the nose, using the belly, right? So this is where our mind and body are more at one. When we breathe more quickly through the mouth using the chest, which is the opposite, we're getting more of this stress state, which is a defensive response, right? So it's more like you're telling the body that, hey, I need to run and fight, something's going on, there's danger. You get more aware of like analyzing and judging things, and so you're kind of less focused, right? So your attention is more in all different directions. And so yeah, when you're breathing through the mouth, your mind is more agitated. And in fact, there's like 50% of men and children actually mouth breathe today. And like I said earlier, that significantly decreases your cognitive function. The simplest way to improve and develop a daily breath and meditation practice, yoga is a great way, obviously. And of course, I want you to come visit the studio. I want you to come get some hot yoga. That's going to increase your willpower, your determination, your focus. And if you want a simple practice that will help you improve your most valuable asset, comment the word Keystone below and I'll be in touch. We'll put together something for you. And remember, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So let's start with the breath. Start with being. How good can you be at just being? Can you just sit and be fully engulfed in the present moment? That's feeling, experiencing, touching, tasting, smelling, hearing, seeing. It works. Most people really like one of those more than another. That's what works for you. You know, a lot of people say breath is the best way to get into it. It's up to you. Everybody's a little bit different. I love gravity. Of course, I love the breath as well. So just remember, can you be so aware and sensitive in the moment that you can feel the air on your skin? This is why one of the core practices of the twofold way is meditation. It's also known as samurai meditation. I'm calling it the Keystone practice. If you want to see a guided video on the Keystone practice, then message me the word Keystone. The yoga studio is growing, guys, so we plan on adding new classes soon, and we're going to get a cold plunge, and we're going to eventually be raising the price. So if anyone watching this now, you want to get locked into the lower price, we're going to be grandfathering everyone in. So send a message to the Preservation Yoga page and we'll sign you up. Namaste.